from PrepInYourStep.com, and today I am so thrilled to be filming this video for y'all since it is probably the most requested video I've had in a long time, and that is my agenda organization tips and how I organize my agenda. So the agenda I have is just the Lily Pulitzer Jumbo Agenda. I'm pretty sure I talk about it in just about every video, but if you don't know what this is or you've never seen an agenda organization video with this, I have a couple previous ones that I'll link, and I also have some blog posts that I'll be linking that apply to all of this, but I'll also include the link to where to purchase this. I have in the past used the large size, and I will not be going back to large. Jumbo is the size that I need for all the different things I have going on. So I'm just going to give you all some of my tips and then give you a peek into how I actually organize my days and that sort of thing. I'm sorry that this video has been kind of a long time coming. It just was one of those that I had to wait until I got my syllabus, was able to organize all of my activities before I wanted to film it for y'all, since I wanted it to be just really accurate and exactly how I organize it, since that's what y'all want to see. For starters, I'm just going to show you all the pens I use because I get tons of questions about that. So this is just like my little pencil pouch that I keep them in, and the pens I use are by the brand Le Pen. I don't know if you can get these in stores anywhere, but they are available online, and I will link them below. They'll probably be one of the first links. I get mine off of Amazon, and I usually buy them in the 18 color pack just because the more colors the merrier, but I will definitely have those below for you. And they're great because they don't bleed through the pages, which is kind of a hard thing to find with pens, especially colored ones, and I do like to color coordinate, so I love these. And when it comes to crossing off things I've done, I just use these Sharpie highlighters. I don't know if they have a specific name, they're smear guard, but they come in a pack of like 5 or 6, and I usually use the yellow ones. So I'm going to start with tips, and then I'll jump into how I actually organize my agenda. So first, make a plan and stick to it. This is the most important thing you can do in order to make your agenda appear organized, because if you are writing it the same way every single day, then it's going to appear overall just more organized and like you have a system. Personally, for me, I write down what color pen I'm going to use for each class and stick to it the entire semester long. So I do color coordinate, and that's kind of my next tip. But by doing that, I know that pink correlates with sorority stuff. At least that's how I did it this semester, and that a navy color correlates with my movement in the classroom class. So I never have to write down the class because I've done that once. I have a little sticky note. I can move it about until I get used to just like what color goes with what, and I'm not wasting my time doing that. I'm just solely writing down what assignment is what day. So my next tip is color coordinate by class and activity. So like I just said, I have a sticky note, and I do it within the first couple of days of the semester, and I just choose a pen color for a class and stick to it. So I'll write that out once, and then for the first couple of weeks I'll just move the sticky note from week to week until the color coordinating system just becomes second nature. And I think that's just a really great way to make your agenda appear a little bit more exciting, which you have to do when it has homework and tests and that sort of assignment stuff related to it. So I do love opening my agenda and seeing all those different colors and knowing that different colors go with different classes. This is also helpful with the monthly overview because I do the exact same thing. The colors don't change for that. I'm not having to write down the classes on the monthly overview or the weekly overview. They just correspond back and forth, so it does make your monthly overview a little bit brighter and more fun as well. Tip number 3 is organize in a way that works best for you. I know I'm sitting here and telling you my tips for this and how I organize it, and if you want to do it the same way, that's great, but if this doesn't work for you, then it's just going to be a lot of time and energy put into trying to organize your agenda the exact same way that I do it, when in reality there's a better system out there for you. You won't feel as productive or as organized if you're organizing in a way that isn't fitting your style or your schedule. So definitely try to come up with something that works for you and stick to that plan once you find it. It may take a little bit. I'm obviously a junior in college, so I've had a few years under my belt to really figure out how scheduling in college works for me, and so that's why I've established the system and stuck to it, because it is what works. So if you don't think color coordinating is something that you have time for, then don't do it. Like, by all means, find something that works for you and what makes you feel organized, and that's going to just work out a lot better in the long run. Tip number 4 comes with when you actually have assignments. In college you get a syllabus on the first day of class, which is amazing but also kind of stressful because it has all of your courses assignments listed out for the entire semester. So every test, every paper, every quiz, every assessment, everything. So it looks a little overwhelming, but I just take the time and sit down with whatever pen, that syllabus, and my agenda and write down the assignments both when they're due and when they're assigned. So if I have something that's due tomorrow, I've written it down so tomorrow's Friday. I've written it down on Wednesday as well to remind me that like, okay, this is due. So it's written there and it's also written when it's due so that there's no way I can forget it. And that'll come a little bit clearer when I show you all how I actually organize stuff in my agenda. So the most satisfying part, cross off assignments once they're completed. That way you're looking at your agenda and you're not going to look at stuff that you've already done and think, oh, I have so much to do. Personally, like I said, I highlight things. Some people like to just cross it off. I like highlighting because I save my agendas and it kind of serves as like a journal or a diary, which sounds so lame, but it kind of shows me everything that I've done that semester, and if I've crossed it off, I can't read it. So highlighting it, it's still the same thing where I am not looking at it and thinking I still have to do it, but I can still read it and look back and be like, wow, oh, that's when that was due. So definitely cross things off no matter how you want to do it. It just is so satisfying. Number 6 is utilize your monthly calendar. That's not something I did until I came to college, and it is such a lifesaver because I love seeing everything I need to do in a month and just having it right there so that I'm not thinking, oh, that's due that week, but I didn't write it on my monthly calendar, because that's just confusing. While I know it can be kind of stressful to see all of those things labeled out, it also serves as a great way to manage your time better so that you can see when assignments are due and what you need to be working on at a given time. On there, I don't just write academic stuff. I write down the sorority functions I have coming up, different speakers coming to campus, if friends are coming to town, football games, everything, so that it's a little bit more fun and it's exciting instead of just being solely academic. Number 7 is use post-it notes. I am a sticky note fiend. I just love them. I have a post-it note for every day of my life, it seems like, with just a to-do list and stuff that I want to accomplish. So if you feel like you have a lot going on in a day and you would rather kind of break things up next to your assignments that are already written out on that specific day, use a post-it note to make a to-do list. It really is so helpful, and it'll keep you on track to finish everything that you have to do that week or just before your next class. Number 8 is make it fun. You are not going to want to open your planner and see just black writing and this test, that paper. All of that stuff just sounds so boring. Who would want to organize their life in an agenda if it's just like black and white and really boring and it has no fun elements to it? So to make my planner fun, I not only color coordinate, but I oftentimes use stickers, and the Lily planners are great because they come with a page full of stickers in the front. In the past, I've ordered the Lily Academic and Greek Life stickers as well, but I think they stopped making those, so I'm just kind of making do with what I have. I also have some funny emoji stickers that I've had for forever, and if I can find where they're from, then I'll link them below. But sometimes I'll put different emojis on different pages and that correlate with the activities. So by making it fun, you're going to be a lot more likely to open up your planner and actually use it instead of just having it sit there and be something that's just dreadful. Okay, so my last tip that I probably should have said at the beginning, but is a no-brainer, is take your agenda with you to class and to different activities and meetings. You never know when someone's going to throw something at you and you're going to be like, oh, I'll remember that. Chances are you won't if you don't write it down. So take it with you to class. Sometimes if there's a lull in class, I'll pull out my agenda and like cross stuff off or make a to-do list for the day just so that I'm ready to go. But taking it to class is just crucial when it comes to staying on top of things and organized. So now I'm going to jump into how I actually have different days organized in here, and I'm going to use the week that we're currently on so that y'all can get just a full view of what I do and what I have going on, to maybe see why sometimes I'm not the most timely when it comes to posting videos. But let's jump into it. Okay, so this is my September overview of the monthly calendar. I don't actually have everything written on here just because some of my classes, there are a lot of different assignments that are subject to change, but as you can see, it is color coordinated just like the rest of my planner. So the day this is going up is the 17th of September, so I have Sisterhood Workshop and a Moodle post due, so I don't put down the assignments in the monthly overview, but instead just focus on the larger things that are due. So on Friday, a girl I know is coming to visit, which I'm really excited about, and then I have a teaching log due, so that's written down. I had a function last Saturday, so those are the sort of things that are just written down on my monthly overview, as well as just different activities that I have going on and ferment events that are happening. So this is a look at a week that has passed, obviously. I wish my week was already finished, and I just cross off with a highlighter all of the different things I've done, like I mentioned, and I actually that weekend decided to make a to-do list on the page, and I just made little check boxes next to that. So that's what it looks like when a week is complete, but now we'll go to the week we're on currently. Okay, so I'm going to start with Monday because that makes sense. At the top up here, this is just a couple of things that I hadn't accomplished from last week that I wanted to accomplish, so I just wrote those up there so that they wouldn't be forgotten, which is an important thing to do. And these are just all of the assignments that I had to do Monday night. So like I said earlier, I write down the assignment before it's actually due. So your teachers will clarify usually with the syllabus whether or not they want the readings done before class or if it's after class. So they just clarified that for me, and then I wrote it down here. So this semester I use green for my religion class, purple for my education night class, which is early childhood learning and teaching, blue for my Tuesday, Thursday education literacy class, pink is for Kappa Delta, and blue is for different social things I have going on. So because this was a pretty busy week, I even wrote down like, oh, I need to do laundry, which is great because it's an easy one to cross off, but I don't necessarily always write that sort of thing down. But since I only have one class on Tuesday and Thursday, that would mean I would have one homework assignment that's due before Thursday, and I also had a Kappa Delta event that I was working on, and then Wednesday, which is the day it is currently, I have a few things that are still left to do, and once I've completed those, I will cross them off as well with a highlighter. So this is just a look at the rest of my week. Here is a sticker that I used that is actually an emoji sticker, so I just stuck that on there to make it more fun, and obviously Friday I have the whole weekend to work on those sort of things, and once I complete them, they will also be crossed off. I hope you all enjoyed that look at how I organize my planner and my different tips for staying organized during this school year. If you have any tips, definitely leave them in the comments below. I love reading the comments so that other people can be inspired, maybe use your tips in their planner as well. As always, check out my blog, www.PrepInYourStep.com, as well as all of my social media links. They're always listed below. So if you don't see me around here, then you know where to find me. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you're new. Right now my schedule is every Monday, Thursday, and some Saturdays. That may have to be adjusted as the year goes on, but if y'all leave video requests, then I'm a lot more likely to have interesting content go up more frequently because I know what y'all want to see. So in the meantime, definitely go check out my blog, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye!